Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cough for That. I am your host, Mark Dutton, and this is the match review as Liverpool faced a dirty, disgusting, horrible foe in Tottenham Hotspur today at Anfield in front of a full house. Team news. Well, let's see. Carrier started in goal off the back of actually making a save this season. He started in goal with a back four of Lovren in the centre, partnered by his Southampton former teammate in Virgil van Dijk, the £75 million man. Right back, we went with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Left back, we went with Robbo. Midfield three of Horrible Emre Can on the left side. Defensive centre mid captain Jordan Henderson in the centre, playing in the defensive centre midfield role, aka the quarterback, as we are embarking on the Super Bowl in America today. And on the right, we had the vice captain, James Milner. Striker, super duper Bobby Firmino. Right forward, the Egyptian legend Mo Salah. And left forward, Sadio, yet to do anything impressive this season, Mane. So, game started unbelievably. I actually sent over one of my young players today in Jack Passaro. He was at Anfield today, flew over from New Jersey with his dad, John Passaro, to watch the match. Did an absolute tour of Liverpool. So basically saw everything you could do in relation to the Beatles, the city, had a phenomenal time, and then went to the match. So we kicked off, like I said, 3 minutes in. Bobby Firmino's juggling the ball, about 35 yards out from goal. Luckily, the ball deflects off one of the Spurs defenders, falls straight to Mo Salah. He's through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, basically makes Lloris sit down to the right of the goal, and then Mo Salah slides the ball into the bottom corner, and it's Liverpool 1, horrible, dirty, disgusting, nasty Spurs 0. And then that was it, basically. The rest of the first half, we saw Spurs have the greater possession. Liverpool had a couple of chances. Were probably a little bit wasteful in front of goal. Mane got in a couple of times. Could have played a pass. Could have played a better ball. We just huffed and puffed really in the first half, and then we defended really well. We stopped Harry Kane. We stopped Eriksen. We stopped Dele Alli. We really isolated to nothing. For me, Virgil van Dijk's had an absolutely phenomenal first half because they've had 2 or 3 really good chances, and he's broke up play magnificently. He looks really strong. Him and Lovren, for me, are probably our best 2 central defenders, working together. I'm not a fan of Mappet, if I'm honest, and obviously Clavin's injured, so I would probably go with the former Southampton pair in the centre of defence. Second half kicked off, and to be fair, Liverpool probably the worst thing that happened in the match was that Liverpool scored so early, because it kind of killed it as a contest for me. I think Liverpool were then happy to sit back and defend and basically say, come on then Spurs, come and break us down, which is kind of the tactic that I would have went with if I was Jurgen Klopp, because let's be fair, they've absolutely smashed us when we played them at Wembley. It wasn't even a close game. And man for man, Spurs are probably a better team than Liverpool. And it pains me to say that because, Tottenham Hotspur have barked on for years. They've got a better player in every position on the field than Liverpool. Well, it hasn't always been the case, but right now it could be. Harry Kane and Mo Salah are in this duel for the Premiership's top and leading goal scorer, and they're basically tied neck to neck with this. Well, I'm kind of giving a little spoiler away going off the back of today, and Harry Kane obviously looking to get his 100th goal for Tottenham Hotspur, 100th Premiership goal, which is incredible. I mean, the man's a beast, but like I said, Liverpool kept all their stars quiet. The key point in the second half were basically, Spurs dominate the game with very little effect on the Liverpool goal. Karius has come off his line and blocked the one-on-one. That's basically the only save he's had to make, and then it basically becomes a bit of a farce for me because you don't want to hear about from the referees. We just had, obviously, in the last game, the whole drama with the West Brom FA Cup game with the VAR, right? Or VAR, or the V, whatever it is. we had the cameras, and you go over to the monitor, very similar to the football. Like I said, Super Bowl Sunday here, so there's going to be calls in that game that are going to be looked and reviewed. The review system, we'll call it. So it all blows up basically on the 85th. Well, just around the 75th. Dele Alli goes through on goal, and he dives. It's a horrible dive, and he gets booked for it. Well, here's where I lose my head with Spurs, and I don't like Spurs. I dislike Spurs other than any. You know, Manchester United and Everton are different animals, but I dislike Spurs for I don't know what reason, but in my head, my entire life, Spurs are the team I want to beat. I want to beat Spurs more than Everton. I want to beat Spurs more than Man United. I want to beat Spurs full stop. I don't like horrible, nasty Spurs. And it was funny, my head kind of got swayed when Harry Redknapp became Tottenham manager, because I actually really like Harry Redknapp. But since Pochettino took over, I'm back on the whole, I don't like Spurs. They're horrible. I want to beat them. This is the game I look forward to. When the fixtures come out, I'm looking for when the Liverpool play Spurs. This is the game that means the most to me. You know, I was lucky in the summer. I went with the Pissarro family, and we went to see Roma play against Spurs. And it was 2-2 in the last minute, Roma winning. So, you know, was it in the Red Bull Arena? I think it was in the Red Bull Arena. I'm in the Red Bull Arena and watching Spurs lose. Brilliant. They've travelled all the way to America, and they were garbage, and Roma beat them. So, anyway, Dele Alli dives, he gets booked, and then we go through a spell of about 10 or 15 minutes where we don't really touch the ball and we don't really do anything. Klopp makes a couple of changes. For me, he's going to take off Milner and Can. And then I think Henderson was feeling a bit of pain in his Achilles, so he changes his subs and he ends up taking off Mane. And he takes off Jordan Henderson, and he brings on Oxlade-Chamberlain, who was, for me, absolutely horrific as soon as he walked on the pitch. And Georgie Wijnaldum, who actually, for me, did nothing. Absolutely nothing. We were knackered in midfield, so I understood the change. But I'm thinking I would have brought him on as a central midfielder, not a forward, not for Mane. I would have left Mane on the pitch because he's still a threat. Harry Kane goes through on goal. And he's offside, he's back to goal, offside, he's behind our entire back four, passes play through. Lovren goes to kick the ball with his right foot and totally misses it. For me, it doesn't even matter because he's offside. Here's where my head goes with the game. So in a game, I would say Liverpool don't deserve to win, because we're winning 1-0. 81st minute. Ball goes through. Harry Kane jumps over the goalkeeper. It's a dive. It's another dive. It's a 100% dive. And Pochettino's coaching that. He is coaching that, because the amount of times I watched Tottenham dive in the box and the amount of times I've seen it in this game, it's just a horrible taste in my mouth, because he goes round the goalie and he dives. He's already in midair before Karius touches him. The lightest of touches on his leg. But he's already jumped and he's in a Superman pose. And he knows he is. And he knows he's cheated, the dirty scumbag. He knows he's flying through the air. So the referee gives a penalty. Now, here's the thing. He runs over to the AR. Everyone's going. He's offside. Go over and talk to him. He talks to the AR. Now, the camera is right there. And the camera picks up what the referee is saying to the linesman. And the linesman says he's in an offside position when the pass is made. So he's offside? If he's in an offside position when the pass is made, he's offside. The fact that Lovren goes to play the ball, for me, is inconsequential. He doesn't turn around, Lovren, and pass the ball back to the goalie, which would mean he would be onside. If Lovren actually physically passes the ball back to the goalkeeper, he's onside, even though he's in an offside position, because it's clearly a pass from Lovren, but he doesn't do that. He tries to play the ball, he totally misses it, and basically it goes through to an offside player. Flag goes up, he's offside. So anyway, he gives a penalty. Fair play to Karius. He guesses Harry Kane's going to go down the middle, and he goes down the middle, and Karius makes it a fantastic save, and we clear it. For me, though, then, absolute craziness happens. Craziness, because all of a sudden, ball comes into the box, and I'm so angry. I'm so angry by the whole situation that it's kind of a blur. Oh, I'm totally forgetting the Wijnaldum goal. So Pochettino makes an unbelievable sub where he takes off his big, massive monster in Dembele, and he brings on. I like to call him the wardrobe. He's a monster. He's a monster of a man. He brings him on into centre midfield, and Karius comes for the punch, and he punches the ball right out into the box. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain is there to defend that, and he lets the big Wardrobe run past him, and he hits the ball outside of his right foot into the upper 90. I mean, it is probably the goal of the season, if not, well, it's going to be the goal of the season. I don't think there's been a better strike. No one's saving it, no one's stopping it, no one's blocking it, but Oxlade-Chamberlain could have defended the man he let go by, who smashes this ball. We were slow to react to the punch from Karius. Was it a bad punch by Karius? It probably was. Probably was terrible, because he's punched it into the ground and he's just then pinged it in the top corner. I don't think if he was on his goal line he was saving it anyway. I mean, it was a phenomenal strike, but we were slow to react to that. So that made it 1-1. Then they get the penalty, and you're thinking, fair play. They deserve a point, because they were the better team. Tottenham were better than Liverpool on the day, but Liverpool's defending was so good up until the 85th minute, when we conceded the first goal by the Wardrobe. Unbelievable goal. Great substitution from Pochettino. I think it's his first touch as he puts it in the upper 90. So then they get the penalty. For me to dive. Karius saves the penalty. And then we get the ball high up the field. Salah's got it. There's the goal. He's got it out here on the corner. And he goes to play a cross into the box. And Dele Alli handles the ball. It's a penalty. But no, the referee doesn't even see that. Fair play to Salah. He's kind of got his hand up saying, hey, referee, but then he gets the ball and he's surrounded by, I would say, 5 Spurs players. He boxes the ball, jinks it in and out, and he beats all 3 Spurs defenders. He finds himself on an angle about here. There's the goal, about here. 1-on-1 with Lloris, and I don't even know how he done it. Fair play. He dinks the ball over the keeper into the net. It's incredible. I am celebrating like I've not celebrated all season. It was insane. Like I said, I want to beat Spurs more than any other team in this league. He's just won us the game. 91st and a half minutes. He's won the game. It's incredible. We've robbed them. To be fair, we've robbed them. We don't deserve to win this game. We've robbed Spurs. They deserve a point, at least a point. And for me, I only saw one winner in this match, but he scored. He scored the most incredible goal. It's worthy of winning any game. It's a world-class performance by a world-class player in Mo Salah. And how good is he? Let's be honest. And then the linesman ruins the game. He ruined. There's nothing else you can say. Ball comes into the box a minute later. Cop end. As the ball comes into the box, Virgil van Dijk's looking at the ball in the air, and he goes to swing a leg at it. So he's looking at the ball. There's no foul. He's basically grazed Lamela, and that big steaming pile of monkey puke has thrown himself, like the rest of the Spurs players, up in the air. And the referee's gone, nothing in that, play on. Ball gets cleared to the halfway line. Liverpool have got it with Salah. Salah's on a breakaway now, 1 defender to beat. The linesman's flagging. He has no reason to flag. The referee's viewed it. He's seen it wasn't a penalty. He's seen Lamela dived and thrown himself in the air like a bloody big girl. And in fact, I wouldn't even say that. That's a disservice to girls that he's done that. But anyway, the referee's gone over to talk to the linesman, and the linesman's give the penalty. The linesman's give the penalty. The same linesman that basically told the referee that Harry Kane was offside, and when he gave the first penalty. So they've been given 2 of the dodgiest penalties that I have ever seen. For me, 2 dives, and 1 was blatantly offside before the ball was kicked to him. Absolutely disgusting. I am so disgusted by the performance of the match officials in this. I can't think of anything in my lifetime where I've been that upset with a game, because, like I said, we didn't deserve to win it, but we were winning it. And for me, taking 3 points off Spurs today cemented our place in the top 4. I think we walk it then, and even better than the top 4. We're in 3rd place until Chelsea play. That buffer would have been nice. That would have put us just behind Manchester United. And again, between Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea and Spurs, we're all basically fighting for 2nd place. 2nd place is like the second, is the league above the league, basically. City have won the league. City won the league when Manchester United parked the bus at Anfield. That was the end of Manchester United's title credentials. It was gone. Mourinho blew that for the Manchester United fans. So thank you very much, Jose Mourinho. But again, we're all fighting for 2nd place, and that would have cemented us into that position, I think. We would have been in a phenomenal position going through the rest of the season. And again, where our squad is short, we look short today. We look short off the bench. We looked short throughout, but we defended ever so well until the 81st minute, when a bunch of officials have totally changed the game, and a wonder strike from the wardrobe from dirty Spurs. So the game ends 2-2. I haven't had a chance to speak to Jack yet. I'm going to post it up again. One of my players, Luke, drove down from Scotland, who basically played in New Jersey and played for me. He came over to join Jack at Anfield. I believe he paid like £150 for the game, for a ticket, which is incredible. Which is, I mean, paying that much money for a game of football is insane. But, you know, when you need to get a ticket to a game that's been sold out for 4 months, what do? I'd like to thank Peter Moore as well, the Liverpool legend, for helping me get the tickets for Jack. Fantastic stuff. But I've got my suit on. I feel like I'm a Sky Sports reporter. I've got my red tie on. I was driving before my red car. I was having a fantastic day. My girls played futsal. I coached 3 games today. My girls won them all. It was phenomenal. I'm watching the game on the biggest screen I've ever seen at a private school in New Jersey, in Peapack, Gladstone, at Gill St Bernard. Everything was going correct for my day. Was brilliant. I just come back from a christening, where we just celebrated the baptism of a beautiful young lady called Blake, and one of my wife's closest friends, and her husband Anthony. And the day was phenomenal, but it was ruined by a referee who made 2 absolutely diabolical decisions against the dirtiest, most dastiest, disgusting bunch of horrible cheats in Tottenham Hotspur. Win at all costs. Because you know what? Were you the better team today, Tottenham Hotspur? You probably were. But Liverpool beat you, and we were winning 2-1 until the referee decided to throw penalties around for no reason at all. So Ope Klopp went off his head in his press conference. Ope Klopp absolutely destroyed their whole coaching staff, because that's not something that these players just do. They've been coached that. They've been coached to throw themselves down on the ground, and it's got to change, because diving in football, diving in soccer, is the most disgusting thing in the entire world. It shouldn't be done. And this is coming from a diver. When I played, I was a cheat. I knew how to cheat the system. But the referees need to see and understand when it's happening in professional sports. So Liverpool, defensively, fantastic today. Again, scored 2 magnificent goals. Salah, out of this world. His second goal is brilliant. If Messi scored Salah's second goal, everybody's talking about it. It's on every media channel. I mean, it was absolutely brilliant. His control, his ability to go past players, his ability to finish was phenomenal. If that was the end of the game, wow, unbelievable. One of the most awesome games that I've seen this season. So that's it. So disappointing. I'm happy we didn't lose. I would have liked Man United to take points off Spurs. That would have helped us a lot. And you know, stopping them basically catching us and going for. My only concern is Liverpool haven't got any stronger. We've got weaker, and the rest of the top 4 have got stronger. Top 5, maybe top 6, have all signed players, have all passed players onto each other, have all got stronger. So Liverpool have got a tough task ahead of them to finish in the top 4, to finish 3rd, to finish 2nd, because Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham have all got stronger, and we have weakened our team, selling our best player in Phil Coutinho, letting Daniel Sturridge go off loan. So we look light. So hopefully Klopp can ride this out. My name's been Mark Dutton. This has been a more professional look to Cop for That. If you like it, throw a like on the page, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later on in the week with another review show, and maybe a preview show. Take care. You'll never walk alone. Get home safe. Good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the Spurs game. We'll be alright, Reds. We'll be alright. You'll never walk alone. Ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.